Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you are all doing very fine in your houses during this pandemic COVID-19. You all were relaxing in your homes. At the same time, definitely, you were worried also as schools and colleges are closed. So, to move out all your worries, our Department of Education, NAMSAI, has taken a very good step to educate you, make you learn your different subjects through online teachings. So today, I am here before you on behalf of our Department of Education to teach you science for class 9. I am Mrs. Bandana Chakravarti, a teacher of science. So let's start our first class today. Our topic is matter, its nature and behavior, elements, compounds, and mixture. I hope you will be benefited through my teachings. So, first of all, my dear students, let me introduce you about matter. When we look around, we are simply amazed by nature and the man-made creations. They differ in shape, size, appearance, color, and texture. According to scientists, anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. Matter includes all substances around us, namely the food we eat, the air we breathe, the clothes we wear, clouds, stars, mountains, plants, water, and even a single grain of sand. All of them has mass and they occupy space, or you can say they have volume. Now, my dear students, we'll know the nature of matter. Scientists believed matter to be continuous, like a block of wood. But they found out that matter was made up of tiny particles held together. In other words, when millions of these particles group together, they form matter. The particles which constitute matter are so small that they cannot be seen them even with the help of a very powerful microscope. For example, a small drop of water which weighs about 0.05 gram contains about 10 to the power 21 particles of water in it. Now, dear students, let us see the characteristics of matter. The characteristics of particles of matter are: number one, particles of matter have space between them. For example, when we make tea or lemonade, particles of one type of matter get into the spaces between particles of the other. This shows that there is enough space between particles of matter. Now, our next point is, we'll come to the next point, that is number 2, particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles of matter are continuously moving. That is, they possess what we call the kinetic energy. As the temperature rises, particles move faster. For example, when we lit an agarbatti stick in a corner of our room, its smell is felt by a person sitting in the other part of our house. It happens because of the intermixing of particles of different types of matters on their own, and it is called as diffusion. Third point, particles of matter attract each other. The particles of a substance are held together due to the force of attraction between them. The magnitude of force of attraction depends upon the nature of particles which constitute matter. It also depends upon the interparticle space. Now, dear students, we'll see the behavioral classification of matter. Matter exists, my dear students, in 3 physical states. Number 1, solid. Number 2, liquid. Number 3, gas. So first of all, we'll see about the solids. In solids, particles are closely packed. There is a strong force of attraction between the particles, that is the atoms, ions or molecules, because the interparticle space is negligible. Particles of a solid remain in a fixed position and can vibrate only about fixed positions. Now, dear students, we'll see about the properties of solids. Number 1 point. Solids have a fixed shape and a fixed volume. Number 2 point. They cannot be compressed easily. Number 3, they are rigid with definite boundaries. Number 4, interparticle space are negligible in solids. Number 5, force of attraction between particles is very high. The boiling point and melting points of solids are above room temperature. Number 7 point, particles are not free to move about in solids. They vibrate about their fixed positions. Number 8, they do not flow. Examples of solids are diamond, sugar, salt, gold, copper, sand, wood, rocks, minerals, etc. Now, dear students, we'll see about the liquids. Liquids are less rigid and molecular motion is comparatively more. These characteristics due to weaker interparticle force of attraction and large interparticle spaces than in solids. The particles of solids have more kinetic energy than solids. Particles of liquids have more kinetic energy than solids. Now we'll see the properties of liquids. First point, they have fixed volume but not fixed shapes. They have weaker force of attraction between the particles. Number 3, they cannot be compressed easily. Number 4, they can flow from higher level to lower level. Number 5, the boiling points of liquids is above room temperature. Number 6, they have more interparticle space than solids. Number 7, the particles can move and exert pressure on the walls of the container. Number 8, they diffuse faster than solids. Now, dear students, we'll see about the gases. In gases, the interparticle space are maximum, while force of attraction between the particles is minimum or negligible. The gas particles have maximum kinetic energy, therefore they are in a state of constant random motion. Properties of gases. Number 1, they have neither fixed shape nor fixed volume. They are highly compressible due to large spaces between the particles. Number 3, they have extremely weak force of attraction between the particles. Now, dear students, we'll see about the non-metals. Non-metals are those which do not conduct electricity except for graphite. Some of the properties of non-metals are, they display a wide variety of colors. They are poor conductors of heat and electricity. They are non-lustrous, sonorous, or malleable. Examples of some of the non-metals are hydrogen, oxygen, iodine, chlorine, bromine, carbon, and etc. etc. Now we'll see about the metalloids. My dear students, a metalloid is a type of chemical element which has properties in between or that are a mixture of those of metals and non-metals. Metalloids are generally semiconductors. The elements classified metalloids are boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, and polonium. Now, dear students, we will see about the nature of matter of elements, compounds, and mixtures. Elements. An element is the basic form or the simplest of a pure substance which cannot be further broken into anything simpler by physical or chemical means. Later, Dalton suggested that the simplest form of matter is atom. So definition of element was modified as the pure substance which is made up of one kind of atoms only is called an element. Elements can be divided into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals. Substances that are good conductors of heat and electricity and possess properties like ductility, malleability, luster and sonority are called as metals. Some characteristics of metals are they are solid at room temperature, they possess luster, they are good conductors of heat and electricity, they are malleable, that is they can be hammered into sheets. They are ductile, that is they can be drawn into wires. They are sonorous, that is they make a ringing sound when hit. They are generally hard except for sodium and potassium, for example iron, gold, silver, copper, aluminum, and etc. Now dear students, we'll know about the compounds. A combination of two or more elements which are combined together in a fixed proportion by mass is called a compound. In a compound, elements react to form new compounds. The composition of each new substance is always fixed. The new substance has totally different properties. The constituents can be separated only by chemical or electrochemical reactions. They can be represented by chemical formula like water, H2O, salt, NaCl, magnesium chloride, MgCl2, etc. Now, dear students will know about the mixtures. A combination of elements or compounds which are mixed in any ratios by physical means is called a mixture. They are formed by mixing two or more pure substances physically. Their components can be separated by physical methods like evaporation, distillation, filtration, etc. The components of mixtures retain their properties. They cannot be represented by a symbol or a formula. Now, this much was there for your matter. So, next day I'll come again with a new more topic. Till then, bye-bye.